that I know a lot of you guys are around the world and you work online and you're like, why don't I just go to the Dominican Republic and just work from the Dominican Republic, even if you're not thinking about relocating, because I am a relocation specialist and I can help you do that. But maybe you're not looking to do that and you're just looking to come here and spend a couple of weeks. Well, we're going to talk to you right here with Mike. Welcome, Mike.
Oh, thanks. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks
How
for
are
having me.
you? Oh, you're welcome. Now you work online, and that's how you come
Definitely.
here, right?
Yeah, like they call it a digital nomad, basically. So I could work almost anywhere as long as I have a phone and internet or a computer. And that's basically
What is your
definitely.
work?
So I do stock trading. Sometimes I trade the ETFs or stocks, and I trade the equity markets from anywhere as long as the market's open. And also I trade cryptocurrencies as well too.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. We usually talk about cryptocurrency on the show as
Oh,
well.
really? Interesting.
Yeah, we do.
Be careful with that FTX.
FTX?
FTX, yeah, they had a kind of crashed, but
Really?
yeah, I mean, you have to try to. I recommend staying kind of. I'm not a financial advisor, but I recommend going with the stable coins and the coins that have higher volume and the more well-known coins related to Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Really?
They're a little safer, yeah.
What's a stable coin that you can suggest to people, even though you're not an advisor? Because, guys, I know this is some information that you really want to hear.
Well, I would recommend something like ETC or Ethereum or Bitcoin, or you can trade off the stock market for different. For example, you can trade BITO and it trades off the Bitcoin movement. Or if you want to short it, if you anticipate it going down, you can trade BITI. So it's reverse.
Wow.
So you can short it if it's going down, and you make basically. I can make money both ways on the market.
Really?
So you can make, yeah, it doesn't matter, but the key is that you're in the right direction and your timing is right for that. Yeah.
But I'm with Bitcoin right now and Ethereum, and I haven't noticed it going up. I've been noticing
It's
different.
What happens is right now it's a bear market, so it's going down, but they have also what's called a dead cat bounce. So it hits a point and bounces and then goes up for a little bit and then it continues back down. So right now it keeps falling. So it's a little tricky, but you can. Another recommendation, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I recommend doing shorter term trades versus longer term, especially if you're bullish meaning that you want it to go up. But at the same time, since it's falling, it's in a bear market, which means it's going down. You can only do short-term movements to get those trades correct. So it's a little tricky.
Wow,
Yeah.
guys.
But I teach that too. I teach charting. That's how I learned 2016. I learned how to trade stocks off charts.
Oh my gosh, we have to connect.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now, see, guys, he knows his stuff. But now, speaking of that and everything that you do, in terms of Sosua, what are you doing here?
I wanted to do something like a work vacation where I could go network, hopefully to meet up with you. I had a feeling I would see you again, and which is great. And yeah, so I wanted to do some travel. I'm not a big fan of the cold weather, and it's kind of crazy. In New York, they started to have snow already.
Yes.
But I prefer the weather when it's spring or warmer. I'm not a big fan of the cold weather. So
okay.
I wanted to come out here, get a little, get some focus going, right? And where I could still work and I could meet people and enjoy the weather. Where I'm staying at, they have a nice pool. Not too far from the beach. So Sioux is great because the beach is right down the street. You walk down Pedro Placente, it's right down the street. You know,
you can stay almost anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like a 5-minute walk. It's really, really great. So it was
nice.
Sunday was a great day. So.
Nice. And this is your first time back since 2019.
Yeah, 2019
right?
was the last time I was here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you do it me and karaoke too, by the way. The borderline. She's great at singing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We met at a bar on Pedro Placente and we dragged you on for the whole day.
Then we went to the cabarete, right? We took
it to cabarete.
Definitely.
Did we take motoconchos to cabarete?
I took I think you did.
Right.
Yeah, you took one with your friend, and then I was little boss. I took the taxi there because it was a bit of for the longer roads. I prefer the taxi or those kind of like where everybody jumps in the car together by the gas station by Texaco, I think.
Right, I remember that. You were a little bit
you
careful.
You told me where the spot was, so I was like, yeah.
Right.
I don't mind the short trips on, if it's a mile or less, but the longer trips, I prefer to go in the cars, yeah.
Right, that's smart though. I mean, guys, that's a good tip right there, right?
I mean, no helmets. I mean, you're taking a chance, but, you never know. So, yeah.
He's like, no helmets.
Yeah, no helmets, no seatbelts.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a really good tip. What are some other tips that you have?
I would recommend, yeah, definitely if you're taking the motor concho, hold on to that bar in the back. I'm telling you, that bar, on the back of the motorcycle, definitely hold on to that with at least one arm, one hand. And the other thing is, what I don't understand, maybe you can answer this question. When I see a lot of girls going on the motor concho, I don't understand why they put both legs on one side. I think that's kind of dangerous.
Right.
I would recommend, I don't know why they do it, but I would recommend that they put one leg on each side for balance, because I think if anything happened, it's easier to fall off if you have both legs on one side. So
Right.
I don't know, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe it's more comfortable, but I don't think it's safe,
Right.
But I see that a lot.
Yeah, I see a lot of the older ladies do that when they have
Yeah,
dresses
I think that's kind
on,
of dangerous.
right?
I mean, you're taking a chance on a motorcycle already, motor control, but I think that's more risk if you fall off. If there's a sharp turn and you're all your weight's on one side. A while back I got my motorcycle license because I kind of understand. We had a 3-day class of motorcycles on safety and everything, so I kind of got an idea about what makes sense, So.
Okay. And are you riding motorcycles here?
Not in New York. No. Here, just jump on the back, the taxi guys. But I got my motorcycle license in New York. It's a class.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's maybe there's probably more cars out there in New York. I think it's it's very different. I think it's more common out here, motorcycles.
Yeah, more motorcycles are out here.
Motorcycles.
So do you think it's easier to drive a motorcycle when there's more cars?
I think there's more opportunity because when you're trying to get through traffic, you can kind of go along the side. I mean, you just have to be careful that someone doesn't make a sharp turn on the car or open a door, because if they open a door, that's going to be a problem.
Right.
And I always worry about too I think it's the drain it goes down like maybe a half a foot.
Oh, right
drain.
here, the gutter.
That's something they have to be very careful about. They probably know. You learn the hard way if you hit those things,
Right.
But at night you can't see them. They go very deep. The drain gutters in the street.
You're right.
Those, you hit one of those, you go flying easily. But yeah, you have to be careful.
You're very observant.
Yeah.
What are some other tips you got?
As far as when you're traveling, I would say for your passport, especially like myself, the gringos and.
Because you're a solo traveler, right?
Yeah, usually. Okay. But I try to meet up with the people who've met them before to come out. But it's great. Yeah, so I recommend taking a picture of your passport with your phone and leaving a copy of your passport with your family so they have the number and everything. In case you lose your passport or gets stolen or anything, then you have that. I recommend doing that. And also, if you're going to stay at a hotel or Airbnb, try to find out if they have a generator. Because if you're working nomad or traveling nomad and you work somewhere, the key is the power, right? So once it goes out, the generator usually kicks back on pretty quickly. I noticed where I'm staying, I think they have a generator. So it goes back on pretty quickly versus not having that. You could be gone for hours or 2 days without power. Then how are you going to work?
Right.
So I recommend try to check to see if they have a generator. I think a lot of big places do have generators.
They do. A lot of the Airbnbs
really
do have generators, but that's a very good point, because sometimes the electricity will go out for about 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but it can. But that's because right now, especially
it's been going on for almost every day. Yeah, almost every day. But like I said, lately it's been pretty quickly going back on pretty quickly. The other thing is to have battery backup power. Those little portable, the ones like this size. Charge that in advance, and then have a couple of those for your laptop and your phone.
Yes, I have
definitely.
one of those.
You should have that. And then you still could actually make calls, even if the power went out. You could probably still make calls. If you have power on your phone.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I always have that little backup battery thing,
good to have.
and I can still work online.
You could use those anywhere as long as they're fully charged. Have them, and you even have some now the solar ones. So if it's the daytime, you could try to charge it up during the day. But I recommend having it charged in advance.
Absolutely. What do you think about the internet here?
It's a little choppy, but overall it's been okay. It really helps with the WhatsApp though for calling. You need to use the Wi-Fi. And a lot of places pretty much have Wi-Fi here, which is great.
Right. Yes.
So
absolutely. Okay. So now, what brought you to Sosua in the first place? Like, how long have you been coming to the Dominican Republic?
It's been a good 20 years that I come to DR. Sosua, it's only since 2019.
He only looks about 28, guys.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I try, I try. But yeah, it's been 20 years I've been coming to DR. First I went out to La Vega and Punta Cana. Then I went with my other friend from New York to Boca Chica for a while. And then I was thinking, let me try the other side. And then I found out about Sosua. Then I came out here. Been out here a few times.
Nice.
But looking for the party areas. But I work during party areas. But I work during the day mostly, and then the weekends and nights, Friday, Saturday mostly. Just go out, I relax on Sundays. I try not to work on Sunday.
Right. Yeah. Sundays.
I need one day off.
Yeah.
I work 6 days. take Sunday off.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And so, do you go out a lot at night here? Like, do you
Not
like
too much. I was out last Wednesday. Went out, met some nice people at Plaza Europa at the hotel.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I just sold a condo there, so we're all right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We can talk about them.
Yeah, met some nice people there. Some of the bartenders are very nice, and some guys actually. One guy from New York City, and another guy from Long Island in New York, also where I'm from. So two guys from New York, and it's pretty cool to see guys out here that from my area.
Right from your area?
Yeah, like, well, Manhattan's about 45 minutes driving, and then Long Island, the other guy's pretty close. He's right in the next town over.
Where do you live in New York?
So I'm over by Hicksville, by the Broadway Mall in Hicksville, in Long Island, Nassau County.
Oh,
yeah,
in Long Island. Okay, I've never heard of Hicksville.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really far out, but when you know, it's very.
Is it how it sounds? Like real?
It's a very it's like Hicksville,
Is it really hicky?
No, but it's very populated. It's kind of like a decent sized town, and there's a lot of things there. It's very developed.
Okay.
It's not like in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So it's very developed. Yeah, there's commercial businesses, there's residential, there's malls.
Oh,
it's very developed. Yeah.
Okay, shouts out Hicksville.
Yeah, shout out Hicksville. But over by not far from the mall, Broadway Mall. It's over there. At the mall.
Right.
The mall is close by.
Nice.
So,
and so when you're here, do you ever think that you will relocate to Sosua, or is it your vacation spot? Wait.
I would consider it. Consider it, but I'm not a big fan of the extreme heat. So the summertime, I don't know if I would be here in the summer.
I got you. Yeah, because it gets
really high. Yeah,
really
I'm not a big fan of summer. I mean, unless I worked inside all the time, that's not really the best thing to do.
Right. So, but where else have you been around the world?
Well, more recently, I went to actually Mexico, and I got some dental work done. I recommend that. I won't say the name of the place, but there's an area, Los Algodones. It's like a little town, right? When you get into Mexico, right off the border of Yuma, Arizona, and you walk across the border. You just walk across.
Okay, for an American.
Yeah, from Arizona, Yuma, Arizona. And once you get across, there's a lot of medical and dental offices right there, and there are a lot of them really good dentists, and they do a great job. They speak English if that helps.
Very nice.
You don't speak Spanish.
Did you know that we have here too really good dental care?
I was going to look into that. Yeah, definitely look into that.
Really good dental care. Have you ever? I think you were telling me earlier that you went to Japan or something.
My brother just got back from Vietnam. I think it's his second time he went there, and I think after the New Year's, I'm going to be going with him. So Vietnam, yeah.
Exciting.
And also, I want to look into Thailand. I heard it's only about an hour and a half by plane, about $60 on the plane trip.
Oh.
To go to Thailand from Vietnam.
Okay.
And there's so much to see. He said the people are very nice. He says, and he's kind of like me, where he's like a digital nomad. He can work anywhere. He does IT security. He's really good at that. And he brings his computer and his phone, and he does that. And he does works in the networks. I don't know anything what he does, but he works on the networks for the big companies.
Very nice.
And he does an excellent job with that. But as long as he has the internet and the phone, and he has his laptop and everything, he can work. The hours are different. I will say the hours are completely opposite. So it's basically where it's like daytime here, it's nighttime there. So you just have to adjust your schedule to that. So you'll be working nights instead of days because it's opposite, from here. Totally opposite hours. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting to know. Right.
But he said that people are very nice there, very friendly, and he felt very safe, which is great.
Nice.
It's kind of funny that I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Joe vs. Volcano, but he had the luggage. Remember, he bought all those big luggage bags.
Yeah.
When he went with the big luggage bag. I said, you don't need that because you could just wash your clothes there. They have laundry and everything. So he brought this big bag, and I said, so when he came back and he said, I don't want to bring the big one next time. I said, yeah, you don't need to. That's another thing I recommend. To just bring, if you go for a month, bring maybe 10 days or 15 days the most of clothes. You don't have to bring every day clothes.
Here, when they come here.
Yeah, wherever you go, as long as you have laundry access. Like here, they wash my clothes here.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have clothes for every day. You could bring a week and a half worth of outfits or 10 days.
That's it.
And just rewash it again here. And of course, you could buy clothes here too.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%.
I told you I would talk a lot. I told you I talk a lot.
No, I love it. I love it. We're going to go to a commercial break right now, but I want to thank you so much for being a guest.
Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Yeah, my gosh. Hey, if I wasn't living this clean lifestyle right now, I'd be like, let's go grab a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think you're doing great, and you give some great tips. I'm going to look into that as well.
Yeah.
I do the intermittent fasting a little bit too.
Yeah? It's good. I just can't do it, but it is beneficial.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
All right. Thank you so much,
Mike.
You guys make sure that you contact me and I can connect you with Mike so you can learn how to chart as well. Now we're gonna go to a commercial break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk health. We are gonna talk about some beautiful products that your lady has, and she's